Imagine if Chris Rock would have retaliated or responded and jumped on Will Smith or swung on Will Smith. It would have been like the five heartbeats rolling around the stage. And I'm sure security would have thought that it was a part of the show because nobody stepped up for Chris Rock's aid. Hopefully he don't sue the Academy for defamation of character or he could somehow say that this was actually planned because the reaction was just crazy. And for the Oscars to put out a disclaimer, a tweet, we don't condone violence, and then to put out another disclaimer. Like I said, I was there. I was right there in front of my television watching the show. And what I'm saying is they put out a disclaimer live, we don't condone violence. And then they basically broke down how the votes are tallied, that the announcers don't even know who won. So when Will Smith did this, he did not know who won. Only a selective few knew, but nobody could make the changes. But there is a code of conduct. OK, Kanye West, I think it was the MTV Awards when he stormed the stage. They start putting codes of conduct there. So if there's a code of conduct violation, this should be the one. So he already won the Oscars. So if they take this one, make a replica, you're already on record. But it's sad that your climatic moment is a moment of violence. And it's so true because it seems like they hold on to these things. And then when you get to the peak, it's not that the devil shows up, it's that you react. The devil can only set you up for a epic fail and a blessing at the same time. But in this case, the devil's purpose is to steal, kill, and destroy. So he literally stole Will Smith's moment because I really just sat there to watch because I wanted him to win in terms of King Richard, because all the other stuff you're looking at these shows, you're not wondering like, what is this? Like who won this? And you see these people on stage. Oh, they won the Oscar for editing. They won the Oscar for sound. They won the Oscar for cinematography. You're like, who is this? So I'm looking like King Richard ain't winning nothing. And I'm saying, well, it can't be you can't get best writer in an autobiography. You just can't do that. So clearly this is that was a true story. But to see how this scenario played out and to actually see him actually win, because that was, while I was watching, but not seeing what transpired, but literally hindsight is 2020. I know I'm Monday morning quarterbacking. If you look at the situation, something didn't look right at that table. Now, the dress that Jada Pinkett had on, where's the fashion police? No disrespect. That dress that she had on was terrible. And I guarantee you, they had a situation, an argument. They was out there faking. And I'm sure that Will Smith is tired of being forced to be with a succubus. And a succubus is a female demon. Look it up. SUCCUBUS. Look it up. Because the dress that she had on looked a little witchcraftish. Her head was shaved, had a Cruella look to it. The neckline was high, which forces her to, awkwardly look uncomfortable. And then sad thing about it is she could barely walk. So just imagine the pressure when she put the dress on. Hey, Will, how do you like my dress? And he could not keep it 100. He probably said, oh, it's nice. And then he probably looked at, oh, you shaved your head? You're not, and then sometimes, we as men, you got to go along with it because you have to sleep with her. You don't want to offend her. And then to go out and to allow a tasteful, and when I say tasteful, I mean tasteful, because it was just a reference to a movie role that she already played in where her head was shaved and it had nothing to do with a hair, illness or alopecia, whatever they want to call it. Because black women, you guys are the ones that really set the tempo. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, a large volume of you is happy that Chris Rock got slapped by Will Smith because he was defending his wife. You don't know what that's all about and where it all stems from. That slap, real talk, and I'm keeping it 100, my opinion, that was a slap that Will Smith wanted to slap Jada Pinkett with. He literally slapped her. He literally slapped her. And it's sad of the pressures that men have to be forced to deal with. Because like I said, I lost a few good men because of my political views, because I didn't support the Clintons, because I didn't buy into the lesser of the two evils, because there's no difference between Lucifer and Satan. Because I knew without a shadow of a doubt what the Democratic Party is all about. And this was going, when they say the soul of America, because they using that soul of America to destroy the world. Now, come back tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about, back on schedule, talking about our regular political podcast, because Joe Biden said some crazy stuff. But we'll leave that till tomorrow, because right now, the only thing that they're talking about is not the fact that Will Smith won an Oscar for Best Actor for his role in King Richard. He's viral right now for slapping and assaulting a black man on live television. So there's a lot of things that go along with it. I know that Chris Rock is not going to sue Will Smith, but in my mind, Chris Rock was so professional, because looking at it in plain sight. Now, you could look at the news feeds, you could look at the Twitter or Instagram or whatever, but if you saw it live, it was one of the most awkward moments, not only in Oscar history, but television history, because it was so quiet after he slapped him. Did he literally do that? And Chris Rock was like, wow. And after Will Smith said that rant, keep my wife's name out your blankety blank mouth. Keep my wife's name out your blankety blankety mouth. Chris Rock said, wow. And he said out himself and got a quick laugh. Wow. That was one of the most exciting situations in television history. And continued on with the show. So the Oscar should go to Chris Rock, because he had to sit there and get out of his feelings and be professional. A lot of us would have walked off because of embarrassment. A lot of us would have swung back at Will Smith. A lot of us would have been down on the floor, destroying the entire Oscar show, trying to get a piece of Jada, because we know without a shadow of a doubt, she sent him. I mean, she sent him for Chris Rock. Now, send him for Dave Chappelle or somebody like that. I'm sure Dave Chappelle would be like, hey, nigga, don't be coming up on the stage, nigga. Security. Chris Rock laughing, thinking we're professionals, we're elitists. And then we pretty much show how ignorant we are and how we can be because of a tasteful joke about your wife that has clearly cheated on you, that has put you in situations, had you crying at the red table, force you to go on the red table and talk about it because the family made a decision that this is what you do. When I say the family, I mean a few people making decisions because they're protecting their good economic. So why even worry about the masses when you can make billions of dollars based on one Negro? And this is how the climax is coming, because you're starting to see the difference between liberals and conservatives. All liberals are Democrats, but all conservatives are not Republicans. Because I know without a shadow of a doubt that there are some human beings that says, I don't care what that situation or circumstance was. There's no reason and no way you should be swinging and putting your hands on people. We teach our children how to behave. But that looks like a preschool graduation. And this is the kid that talked about your mama, and your mama know about it. And she told you to go up there and slap the shit out of him so she can go ahead and laugh and talk to her friends, because I know I can just hear it now. Did you see Will Smith slap? That's what his ass get. He all, and it's sick. And it's sad that this is how we are as humans. This is why they have to be a moral standard. Like I said, no disrespect. It's not about flesh and blood. No human being should do anything like that. Now, I've seen people get roasted for way worse jokes than that. Now, if that's setting the precedent, y'all better be careful out there, because you talking about jokes. You know how y'all comedians like to, look at the crowd. Look at this brother right here. Okay, be real careful, because clearly right now, If nothing happens to Will Smith, if he gets to keep his Oscar, if the members of the family make a decision that that they're going to just, sweep this under the rug and they're going to do a red table talk and get over it, then what precedent are they setting? Because the Oscars protected their brand for a very long time. And then here comes George Floyd, and now they don't even have their own show because pretty much it's like the Source Awards or the BET Awards now. No disrespect. And we know that they talking about it. I mean, the internet is undefeated, but the post-Oscar shows, they really kept it to themselves. But it was a couple actors, that was backstage. You could see them, storming up stages, laughing, swinging on each other, mocking the situation. But now we get a chance to see what's really going on because we see a situation that's very unique. That family is an anomaly. OK, there's not one black woman on the planet who has sexual relations with their child's friend and the husband stayed with him. That's number one. Number two, remember that the gay guy who kissed Will Smith on the lips and he didn't even slap him. He kind of, ooh, why would you do that? So this is a career of anger, a career of the jokes being on you. Now, you could be a Hollywood superstar, but you're human. Will Smith sees the headlines. He has a circle of friends that, keeps him, motivated and, they're not on his level, but he does have that association. But I really want to know the climate of what's their take on the action, because it's not the color of our skin, it's the content of our character. They say Kanye West could not go to the Oscars because of something that he might do. Now, if you look at law of attraction, a lot of times when you're trying to protect something and trying to make sure that won't happen, trying to control everything, you can't control everything. Law of attraction is real. So that energy that you created, all those protective, safety nets, don't invite Kanye West. Don't bring this person. Don't bring this person. But the beauty of it is your beloved, the one who not only used you. Now, somebody got to take the sacrifice. And I'm going to go ahead and give an applause for Will Smith for taking the sacrifice, for showing black men that we all are not created equal, showing black men that we don't have to be macho, showing black men that we don't have to be what they want us to be. But some of us, that's exactly who we are. And what I mean when I say this is that some of us cannot go against our integrity, will not go against our morals. Some people will be willing to do any and everything for success. And this is a trait that they seek out and give power to. And this is the trait that Will Smith has and is on record. I've seen him do an interview. He said, if I was on a treadmill and I'm in a competition and we basically said, okay, the loser is the one that stops. So whoever keeps running is the winner. Will Smith said, and this was just on a treadmill, he said he will be willing to die just to win. So taking a ding up the dookie chute is not out of the question. Keeping it 100. We know what the sacrifices. We're starting to see, the secrets of Playboy. The stories are really starting to come out about the secret societies and Illuminati and all of these things. They're coming to a head because just like with the Democratic Party, timing is of the essence. And right now is the time for real change because we see how damaging this path is for everybody. Nobody wins. Nobody wins. Now, it was a movie called Dune and Cody. It's a lot of movies that I'm going to probably watch this week that I didn't watch. And the only one that I did see was King Richard. because of the Venus and Serena story, and to see Beyonce do her ritual, go